guys, welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Masters. Today we are going to be doing a deck list for True Draco. True Draco, the point of this deck is to make it so that your opponent basically just can't play the game. So yeah, we're going to start with the monsters. You play 2 Majesty Maidens. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this with one hand, because, you know, I'm broke. So yeah, you play 2 Majesty Maidens. This is just to get your monsters out from your deck quicker and more efficiently. It's also to, you know, like ditch Heritage and Disciples to pop something in the back. Next you run 3 Ignis Heat. Here, well, let's do it this way just to make it more easier on me. Yeah. So yeah, you run 3 Ignis Heats. And of course your Draco Fighter. So Draco Fighter will allow you to add a trap. That's kind of why it's limited, is because the trap cards pop a monster, and not only that, they're actually kind of overpowered. So, and then Ignis Heat will allow you to do a spell. Now time for our non-true Dracos. I run 1 Majesty's Fiend. This will basically just stop the monster effects on the field. And that can be really annoying. And then I have Vanity's Fiend, which stops special summons, which in nowadays metas, everybody special summons. So yeah, play Vanity's Fiend, and as long as they don't have something to get over it, you're good. Now time for the giant middle finger of the deck. I run 2 Inspector Borders. If y'all don't know what this does, your opponent, or people, so you and your opponent, can only use effects equal to the number of extra deck monsters that you own. So, if, let's say you have Vanity's Fiend on the field, so they can't summon things from their extra deck, and then you play Inspector Border, you've basically just shut down their whole deck. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. Time for the spells. I kind of set the deck up wrong. Time for the spells. I run 1 Draconic Diagram. Well, no explanations. It's limited to 1 for a reason. I play 1 Mystic Mine, which I hate this card. Not when it's on my field, but I hate it when I'm going against it, because if my opponent controls more monsters than me, they can't attack or activate monster effects, and vice versa if I have more monsters. Domain. Basically, if I control a tribute summon monster and I have no cards in my extra deck, all special summons are negated. Or my opponent can't touch their extra deck. So, and then I run 3 Disciples. So Disciples is basically just a recycle card to just get back my True Draco cards and then just get that free draw. And then if I tribute it for one of my other cards, I can pop 1 on my opponent's field. So yeah, it's always good. Heritage, pretty much same thing, just pop something on my opponent's side of the field. But this allows me to draw for each True Draco card that gets sent to the grave. I run 3 Pot of Dualities. It's a really good searching card. The only thing that prohibits it is you can't special summon, but I don't actually do special summoning, so it's really good. 1 card of Demise, may I say anymore. 1 pot of... Oh, focus. 1 Pot of Desires, just because, well, this can help you out in a tight spot. But I'm thinking about side decking this. 1 Terraforming, just because we do run those 3 fields, and well, 1 of each. So, and then a Set Rotation. Set Rotation is basically a quick terraforming, but it will also get 1 to your opponent's side of the field. So basically, just give them 1 they can't use, because like everybody runs an extra deck. So play Domain. Never give them Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine can screw you up. Okay. So next is the trap cards, where we run 3 Apocalypse. Apocalypse, tribute a monster on your field, or a true Draco monster on your field, and half the attack points of every monster on your opponent's field. And then you contribute summon right afterwards. So basically, you contribute on your opponent's turn. But if you tribute this for the summon, you can pop a monster on your opponent's field as well. So it's pretty broken. I'm surprised this isn't limited, but it makes it harder to search now that Draco Fighter's at 1. One of the best cards in the deck, hands down, is Crackdown. So you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and just take control of it. The only downside is you can't activate their effects nor attack with it. So I basically play Crackdown and then tribute Vanity and Majesty's Fiend. Because, yeah, they do need one tribute. And it gets a monster off the field. So I played 2 Dark Bribe. Just, stop some effects. This card is really irritating for a lot of people. I mainly added this into the deck to go against some faster decks. But I figured out really quickly that it's good against most decks. And that's Anti-Spell Fragrance. So all spells have to be set. So basically spells are acted like traps, where they have to be on the field for at least a turn. True Draco, or True King's Return, by far one of the best cards in the deck. I don't fully remember what it does right now, but yeah, one of the best cards. Erupt, if you control a tribute summon monster, effects can't be activated, or at least on the field. The good thing about Fiend is it can stop hand effects. So, Erupt can stop just effects on the field. But I only run 1 because, well, I think it's actually limited to 1. But the only downside is if I don't control a tribute summon monster, it gets destroyed at the end of the turn. I also play Imperial Iron Wall. It just stops banishing, so it's good against a decent amount of decks. There can only be 1. There can only be 1 type of each monster on the field, so if you're going against pretty much any deck where most are the same type, this limits them. And of course I play a Solemn Strike and a Solemn Judgment. So yeah, of course I don't run an extra deck because I do run Monarch cards, and well, you don't really need it, but I do run a side deck. I side 1 Majesty's Fiend just in case. I also side Goes in Match. It's like there can only be 1. Oh, it's like there can only be 1, but it's a little better. But I only side deck it. I also side deck Torrential Tribute just for those bastards who keep summoning. And I side deck another anti-spell. So yeah, I always can use one of these. So yeah, that's it for 2020 anti-meta True Draco. It's really good. I do recommend playing it. It's also really easy to learn. Yeah, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos.